The purpose of this video is to show the user how to save annotations and other adjustments through the use of session files. This video was recorded using CubeVue version 2809. Most of these features are available in earlier versions of CubeVue as well. In this particular example, we have already rotated the dataset, made the axial slab thicker to incorporate more data, and we have also changed the projection mode from MIP to radiographic. Everything we have done up to this point has been saved in the auto-generated session file. I'm now going to make a simple cob measurement. Then going over to just to the right of where it gives our case name, there's a small drop-down menu. Clicking on that, I'm going to save this session and give it a name. Notice we have the auto-generated session. This has saved everything up to the current point, including the measurement we have made. I'm going to type a description here, and I'm going to call it Hallux right cob, and click OK. I'll delete this measurement. Then, continuing this example, I'm going to make a second measurement over on the other foot, and then I'm going to go save session as. I can either update the previous measurement that I made and saved as a session, or I can again give it a new name, Hallux cob left. I've since closed the case study. I'm now going to reopen it. The auto-generated session will reopen the case where I last left it. What I can do is go and load one of the previously saved sessions. For example, the first session that I saved, Hallux right cob. Clicking on that, if I load it, notice now that the measurements on the right foot appear. Again, going to the load session, going back to the Hallux cob left, we see the measurement on the left foot now appears. Even if I delete everything, in fact, even if I reset the entire session, which means anything I have done up to that point has then been erased, I could still revert back to the saved sessions. Again, loading the Hallux right cob, clicking OK. Notice again the session file has saved the fact that we tilted the data set and we made the slab thicker, and we also drew a measurement. So going again to our session manager, loading a session enables you to select from the auto-generated or any previously saved sessions that you may have saved up to that point. Save session, whichever session you have open and is displayed in the parentheses to the right, you can save any updates to that particular session. For example, if we had just drawn a couple of distance measurements, they would then be saved to the Hallux right cob session that we had previously saved, and it would update it. Save session as gives you a chance to establish a new save point. Everything you've done up to that point in time will be saved to that new session, and again you can type in a description. Resetting session takes the autosave session and reverts it to time 0 effectively, meaning it's as if you just opened the scan for the first time. So you will have to select, for example, the left foot, right foot, or both feet. One other important thing to keep in mind, that the session file or files that you have created, whether they have been the auto-generator ones or individual ones that you have created and named, those session files are only stored and are only usable on the local computer that you created them on. For example, if your office has CubeVue installed on 3 different workstations, if you have created a session, including some measurements on a case in workstation 1, you will not be able to see those sessions on workstation 2 and workstation 3. Again, those session files have only been saved on the particular computer that you have been working on at the time you created them. One other item of note, on this drop-down menu at the very bottom we have Show DICOM Tags. This is all the information that is embedded in the DICOM header tags for each individual image as part of this patient's data set. For example, we can see that the X-ray tube current was 5 MA. We can see that the DAP has 15.45 milligrays per centimeter squared, etc. Again, for those of you that have a need for or just interested in the information of the DICOM tags, you can get it on the drop-down menu under Show DICOM Tags. This concludes the CubeVue video tutorial for the use of session files, which allows you to save any adjustments you made to the images or annotations up to a particular point in time. This video was created on CubeVue version 2809. If you go to the online training page, you can see information on who to contact, either Andrew or Tammy, on how to upgrade to CubeVue version 2809 or whatever the current version of CubeVue happens to be.